Guys, we live in a world that has gone so crazy with freedom and independence that we now start to create people that just come up in the morning and start to try to change definitions of things that already have definitions just to make them fit their own narrative. We see this every day on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook. People that know that they can just come in, say something, no matter how outrageous it sounds, because they know that they can always just throw their phone away when people start coming after them for them to prove what they are trying to talk about. Two things I want you guys to be very, very careful about in the current climate right now is indoctrination and propaganda. These words are so common in the world right now, especially if you listen to political news a lot. These words are so common that people just seem to hear them and forget about them as if they don't even mean anything. A lot of people think they actually understand how propaganda works, how indoctrination works. Even there are people that would argue that indoctrination and teaching are two things that are the same, they just have different words. They are actually the same. People, I know a lot of people here in Europe that think this way, but they don't know the difference. So I'm going to give you guys the difference between indoctrination, I mean indoctrinating someone, and teaching someone about something. But first of all, guys, I would kindly ask, if you like this kind of content, if you like the kind of things that I talk about on this channel, I actually want to start doing this kind of content right now, because I find that making videos without a camera and editing the videos, it actually takes more time from my day, and I have a very, very busy week, so I don't have a lot of time to make videos and spend hours editing. So what I want to start doing is making videos in front of the video camera, and I hope it goes well as I'm planning. So guys, if you like this kind of videos, I would kindly ask for your subscription and a thumbs up if you like the video. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about the things that I talk about on this channel, and help me please guys to grow my channel. With that out of the way, I'm gonna continue. Indoctrination is this: when you indoctrinate someone, you want to tell them about something, and you want to make sure that person sees the thing you want to tell them about the exact way that you see it. You want to make sure that that person generates the exact same ideas that you have about that thing. You want to make sure that that person ends up creating the same opinions about that stuff that you're about to tell the person about. You want to make sure that person believes every single thing that you tell him or her, and supports whatever claims that you make after telling the person about the stuff. Now, when we talk about indoctrination, we always have a very, very good example that we can use: the feminist movement. At this point, it would be strange if you find when you find someone that doesn't know the goal of the feminist movement. The goal of the feminist movement is simple. It was organized to make sure men are being established as the sole cause of every single problem that women face in this world. People don't understand this. That is why when feminists make arguments, when feminists try to indoctrinate, they always manage to bring out the unflattering things that men did to women. Always try to bring out the things that the things that do not look, should I say, beautiful about the way men and women were living their lives before the dawn of the feminist movement. They always like to talk about how women could not vote, how women could not own properties, how women could not do whatever they wanted to do, how women could not just come outside of her house and decide to start sleeping with every single man she sees outside, how women were asked to be virgins if they wanted to get married to a man. They always try to make mention these things, but they almost always seem to leave out the things that men did to earn these things from women. Men from the beginning of time, men has always been the protectors, the providers, the logical thinkers, the builders, the people that were going to make sure that the society progressed. Men have always been that. Without men going into the forest to kill the animals and using their skin as coats during winter, women wouldn't have survived. But women don't mention this, feminists don't mention this. Without men inventing the washing machine, we know women were the predominant, should I say, gender that stayed at home and cooked and cleaned the house, washing the plates. Without men inventing the washing machine for should I say the dishwasher, not just the washing machine. We're still going to talk about the washing machine. Without men inventing the dishwasher, it would have been very, very difficult to wash a lot of plates in the house, which it was difficult, and men had to invent the dishwasher to make life easier for women that were the predominant gender that stayed at home and did the house chores. Men invented the washing machine. Being the predominant gender that stayed at home, women washed clothes with their hands and stuff. Men invented the washing machine to make sure that the life that the women were living at home were as easy as possible. Every single thing that men did from the beginning of time were to make women's life easier. But what the feminist movement does right now is trying to make, they always have an they always have an idea, they always have a way to take an ordinary thing that can be explained as men just trying to be what men are supposed to be. They always take that thing and switch it to make it look as if men are trying to oppress women. Feminism has been able to indoctrinate young women, even young men, in the last, should I say, 60 to 70 years. They have been able to indoctrinate young people into believing that men are, should I say, in the core, people that are just looking for new and new ways to oppress women. And this is clearly not true, because all you have to do is look at the buildings, look at the AC system, look at the water system, the gas, the every single thing you see that make life easier in the world right now. Men invented them. Even the makeups that women use, I am very, very sure. I don't know about this very much, but I am very sure that a male invented them. So this thing is a very big problem. You see, the process of indoctrination is they get these children into the classroom and they take the part of history that they can use to prove their false points. They only teach this part of history to these children, and after or during teach when they teach these during the process of teaching those children this stuff, they try to always point out the fact that men are this and men are that and women are this and women are that. And after that, they make sure we know what's happening in the schools right now, especially in schools in the US, in Australia, in Sweden, I think in the UK also, because I came across a like a meme the other day that a school in the UK actually asked or forced boys to wear skirts to school to look like females just to be gender inclusive. Just imagine if a school asked women to wear, should I say, well, they are already wearing trousers, or should I say, if a school forced girls to wear male style trousers to school and look exactly like boys just to be gender exclusive, inclusive. I'm sorry. Just imagine the outrage in the media, the outcry, and the wall misogyny stuff that they will be
How
crying
dare
if
you!
that kind of stuff happened. This is the problem with the world right now. People are being indoctrinated every day and they believe that they are being taught stuff. Indoctrination is different from teaching. Teaching is this: you bring every single information that is there to be known from A to Z. You bring them, you said, okay, this is what happens. I'm not telling you how to think I'm not telling you that this is what I think happened, this is what I don't think happened. I'm just giving you the information. Go home and develop your own ideas, your own opinions, and make your own decision based on this information that I give you. They are not trying to remove the parts that counter what they believe. They're not trying to bring only the things that they can use to reinforce their false and propagandish arguments. So that's the difference between teaching and indoctrinating. Now let's talk about the lasting propaganda. People don't understand how propaganda works. They don't even understand how it works. People believe that if you hear something that is actually that is obviously false propaganda, you actually have to believe in the propaganda for it to have an effect on your decisions and how you create ideas. No, propaganda does not work like that. If propaganda worked like that, many countries would not use propaganda as a war strategy, because they know already that if my country is an enemy to that country, then I should not even be trying to believe what that other country is trying to convince me about. So they're not even going to listen to you. But propaganda does not work that way. Propaganda works like this. You don't have to believe it. You just have to see it in your face enough times. That is how propaganda works. And the people that construct these strategies, that construct propaganda strategies to be able to win arguments or create ideas or change definition of things that already have definitions just to make them fit their own narrative. People that create these strategies, they know about that. They know that they can't just come into an enemy country or into an enemy group and start trying to make people believe stuff that those people are obviously against. They know that it doesn't work like that. All they have to do is make sure that the other part does not have access to you, but they do have access to you. So what they do is they send you this stuff. They tell you all these things they want you to believe in. You don't have to believe in. You just have to keep hearing it every day. You just have to keep hearing it every day or every week or every month without the access to information from their enemies. For example, the USA versus should I say Iran. The problem is that the USA is able to block every information that is coming from Iran. You understand now? The USA is able to, being the world sole superpower, being the hegemon. The USA is capable of blocking every information that is coming from Iran while being able to transmit his own information. You understand now how propaganda works. It blocks the enemy's information and allows its own. And you don't have to believe what the USA is saying. You just have to hear it enough times and be denied the chance to hear something from Iran. So what happens is, after a year, after a month, or should I say 6 months, depends on how strong your beliefs are. You start to develop ideas. You start to develop opinions that supports the claims that you have been hearing for the last 6 months to a year, 2 years. You understand now how propaganda, indoctrination, and teaching work. Now, why am I saying these things? In the last few weeks, we've been hearing the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. We've been hearing how the left side of the political system, how they were trying to spin it, how they were trying to use the media to intimidate the judge, the jury, and this kind of stuff, just to get the judge or should I say, just to get the jury to place the guilty verdict on Kyle Rittenhouse, when it's obvious, it's very, very clear that Kyle Rittenhouse only shot those men because they were already attacking him. They were already coming after him. For a whole full year, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, and these leftist propaganda media, they kept telling people, this is what happened. Kyle Rittenhouse did this, did that. He's a white supremacy. He's a white supremacist vigilante. He's this stuff, he's that stuff. He's shooting black people, he's shooting white people, he's shooting BLM protesters, this kind of stuff. They just kept pushing lies on lies on lies. They knew it was all these things were lies because they saw the video. They saw a clear video that obviously showed that Kyle Rittenhouse were running from this man before he didn't have choice but to shoot, because once people start attacking you, I don't care what they use to attack you. If you have a weapon there, defend yourself. That is the fundamental reason why the self-defense law was created. You don't have any right to attack someone and then say, no, I was just coming to slap you. No, you are attacking me. I will defend myself with whatever weapon I have. Now, the leftist media is so biased, it's so false, it's so, I don't even know what to say, that they kept pushing this thing for a whole full year. Look at TYT. TYT was pushing. I'm talking about the young talk, Anna Kasparian and Jen Ugo. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I really don't know how to pronounce it. For a whole full year, they were talking about this. They were pushing these false claims that Kyle Rittenhouse was this, was that. Then what happened? The trial started, and everyone started seeing the truth. And oh my god, these people are just so ridiculous. Go back and watch the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, then go back again and watch how CNN, MSNBC, the TYT network and stuff, how they were pushing these false ideas before the trial started. And you will be very, very wary of indoctrination and propaganda that these people are pushing. Now, I'm not saying that the right side of the political sphere does not partake in indoctrination and propaganda too. They do. I know they do. Everybody does. The thing, what I'm saying is, be very, very careful. Whenever someone is trying to bring just one part of the information and trying to make sure that you are not, or should I say, I'm trying to make sure that you are not creating your own ideas, but your ideas are going in line with what that person already believes. Just know that the person is trying to indoctrinate you. No matter how good or how bad the thing is trying to tell you is, just know every human being should be able to think independently and formulate their own ideas. It's our fundamental right, so indoctrination should stop. Be careful, guys. They are doing it in schools. They have been doing it in schools for very long. You will be asking yourself, you'll be asking yourself, how did young women start getting these false ideas about how men treated women in the past and stuff like that? It's because the the feminist movement was allowed full access to the educational system, and they allowed them to indoctrinate children without zero opposition from men. That's how it happened. Guys, this video is getting too long. I don't want it to be too long, because since I'm a new YouTuber, I know I get very, 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 very low views. I'm passionate about these things that I talk about. That's why I keep making videos, and I'm going to start making videos, more videos like this, because it's less time consuming, and I actually get to talk about the things that I'm passionate about. Guys, subscribe to the channel, help me grow my channel, and drop a thumbs up if you like the video. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the things that I talk about. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.